So we've had our spell of real good weather, and as you can see, my peas still aren't out, but that's today's project. Still no currant bushes. Tomatoes are still doing really well. So are these mare's tail. They're coming quick that I can deal with them. um, that's cauliflower. Radishes are doing really well. There's some of them actually big enough that you could nearly try nibbling one. Radishes. A funny story about that, but so I wasn't sure if it was radish or lettuce, and I was potting some for someone I know who wanted a couple of radishes, so I pulled one out, and I was like, I don't want to give them lettuce if it's a. I don't want to give them lettuce if they want radish, and I don't want to give them. Well, just wanted to see what it was, so I thought the easiest way would be to stick one in my mouth, one of the leaves, because you can eat the leaves of lettuce and radish. But I didn't count for my my slug pellets were on it, and it didn't taste all that nice. But it didn't do me any harm, but I wouldn't recommend it to anyone else. If you're using slug pellets and stuff, make sure you wash your veg before you eat it. So yeah, I don't know if you can see there or not, but I've done a third row of bags because I tried it with a spade and I was just getting nowhere. I'm gonna start rehoming the peas. I was actually really impressed because I lifted these other pots and there was a mare's tail growing up through it, but whenever I lifted the peas, they've done the opposite. They were bringing a big pile of clay with them, so that means they've got a good size of root ball and they're mad to be planted out. So I'm gonna try them out and see how much they're blowing in the wind, and if they're blowing a lot, I'll put up my netting, and if they're not, it'll buy me another couple of days, and I'll do it then whenever they get up a wee bit. But if I get a chance at all, I'll be putting up the netting for them to grow through, so I'll go and do that now. I'm looking at this awesome root ball that they've got going. Now, this spot here actually didn't have holes in the bottom of it, which was my bad, but I'm basically just pushing them in as close together as I can. Not really standing up on their own, so I will need to put the net on them, but I'll come back to it. Oh, another thing while I'm out here. So those, pretty sure, are potatoes starting to come. And that's the drill that I absolutely broke myself digging. And then this is the one with the bags, the same as this. Not sure how well potatoes are going to work like that, because they need quite a bit of room for roots. But those there, I'm pretty chuffed with how they grew out of the bags or out of the pots, so should be good. I need to cover these again. Those ones are doing really well. And these ones here have done not a single thing yet. And my wee peach trees are still just, no, what are they, plum? I didn't bother doing anything with the currant bushes. As you can see, they're kind of, I'm pretty sure these are all the startings of berries, so, or currants, whatever they are. Awesome. And my rhubarb has, it's not done an awful lot. That's a rhubarb leaf there, and there was a leaf on that stem, but something has eaten it. But oh well. Sometimes we experiment so we can learn, and sometimes we do it because it's a good use of time. So I shall finish this anyway, and then do something about a net. So the only thing left over here is weeds. So look at them now; they are coming up like mad. Strawberries still need potted out, but I might have done enough for today. Yeah, so I have some watering to do and I have a net to put up. But this is what we're looking like. As you can see, they're not really fit to stand up on their own, so I think a wee net up, because there's a house there that's covering them that way, so we'll put the net up on this side of them. If the wind blows them, it'll stop the wind a little bit. And if the wind blows them the other way, it'll blow them into the net, so I think that's what I'll do. That is terrible netting. I've got it pretty tight at each side to try and hold it out for them to let them climb, but it's went away to nothing in the middle, so put in another post to try and do it. This part didn't end up too bad, but yeah, I think I need another post in there to spread it out a bit. But I'll have to go and steal one, because those were both broken ones that I found lying around. Yeah, work in progress. I put more soil on top of these potatoes that were coming, so should have a good old harvest from them. I still need to do the watering as well, and I'm gonna go get something to eat here now. Right, so I got another broken fence post, and it's about as good as I'm gonna get it to be. Sure. At the very least, I've given them a chance. I don't know how well the camera's picking that up because it's green and it's against the green background, but it's not overly high, but I'm kind of hoping they don't grow all that high. I just hope they live now that they're outside. They were doing really well in the greenhouse for me. I'll be disappointed if they all die now. Oh, I need to slug pellet them actually, because I think the slugs would see that as a wee dinner opportunity. So slug pellets and water it, and then I'll come back and show what it's done in a couple of days' time, sure. Right, so I come into the greenhouse there and I forgot about the strawberries, so that's gonna be it's gonna be another day's job. Nah, it won't be too bad. There's only 6 pots. Actually, I think there's nothing in that one. Oh, there is. Okay. So I've moved the sweet corn here to free up my path, and I've moved the beans here so that they'll catch a wee bit of light, because they weren't growing in there. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff didn't really grow for me. It's kind of annoying, but I don't think that's growing. I think those are just leaves that have fallen. That might be something, but it's probably a weed knowing my luck. But these radishes, like you can see them there, they're getting kind of juicy looking in underneath. Nope, can't see that one. But I need to split out the tomatoes there as well, because they're a bit cluttered. My one solitary little cabbage. There's another one of them. Well, at least I'm good at growing weeds, I guess. And these are my sweet corn. That one's coming up well. Class. Looking forward to that. I don't know whether to keep them in. Well, I'll keep them in to give them a good head start anyway, the same as I did for the peas. These potatoes are going to be the absolute best potatoes in the entire world, because they're growing out of the greenhouse floor. But yeah, I need to do a wee bit of thinking where I'm going to put stuff. I should probably start planting more radishes. I think I saved the other half of the packet, so I should probably plant them so that they're coming on. Might reuse one of these pots that didn't grow, but then I did that last year because I thought the Swiss chard didn't grow. And it grew everywhere then. It was coming out of hanging baskets and everything. It was like literally anywhere you could see something growing, it was Swiss chard. And then it all died. I didn't get to actually try any of it to see did I like the taste of it. But the grapevine's coming back to life nicely. Pretty cool. So this video is going to be a long one because I've done a lot of talking. Oh well, enjoy. Right, so welcome back to the weed house. The greenhouse. There's no weeds in here. None at all. So this is only the day after the other video. The only thing I've done is put down loads of slug pellets again, because I seen one on the side of the pot yesterday. And these are my strawberries. So I was originally gonna fill this up with more soil, and just let the strawberries loose because they love to crawl. But I don't really want to just give more soil to those weeds. So they're inside these big, they're like toy boxes or whatever, the big plastic tubs. And I mean, as good as the weeds are, they're not growing through like solid plastic because there's no holes in the bottom. So I think as long as I'm careful with how much water I put in and don't let them get waterlogged, be alright. I don't really want to put holes in them because then they'll grow through the holes on me again. So yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do for now. And then I really need to thin those radishes. Those ones are alright, they're doing really well. They've got little, you can actually see the little radishes starting to appear. So, and I was gonna rip these out, these ones that didn't grow, but I can see here there's a load more broccoli coming. So maybe I'll give them a little bit longer. There's still only one wee cabbage plant, so he'll be alright. But yeah, I think this video is long enough already anyway. And then hopefully these will spread and fill these 2 pots. And I'll just leave them here and let them, like, they're pretty sturdy. Once they get going, once they get into a big bush, they'll fight back the weeds. So it'll give them a head start anyway. But yeah, that's where I am so far. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.